Sorry about the live stream is acting up. My phone is hacked into. But anyway, the barbers say it's just over the hump in the road here. Let's see if I find it so all of you know where it is. But I'm sure some of you already found it on Google Earth and Google Street. I'm just too tired and too stubborn to follow protocol right now. So I hope this makes people happy upon holding my phone horizontal. So it drives me insane doing this. Wait a minute. Maybe? Is that it? Oh, yes. I found it. Through just pure Guatemalan stubbornness. Okay. So there's the view there, ladies and gentlemen. It's 300 South on Main Street. It's right by the water tower for point of reference if you guys ever get down here. It's at the corner of South on Main and Wabash, if you guys can see that. So, this is interesting. So they don't make it very inviting for people on foot. Here they make it so you have to drive your vehicle in here so you can get trapped in here. Now, if I am not mistaken, do you guys notice a familiar vehicle in this parking lot? Anybody? Or am I just hallucinating? And I can't see the comments. The sun is real bright, but I think it should be glaringly obvious what a vehicle should pop out at you guys. Or maybe that's just a lack of sleep. I don't know. So I'm gonna put them in my pocket here. So it's not so, I guess, threatening to them, supposedly. I don't know how a camera is ever threatening, but these folks quantify it as. Well, we'll get some complaint forms. We'll get some FOIA requests. We'll see how these folks act with the air conditioning. Hi, how are you? I need some complaint forms, and I need to speak with somebody about setting up a meeting.
Okay, this is not, but this is just a meeting of.
Sure,
It's the
okay.
next office down the way.
All right. Oops, that door doesn't want to. Okay.
See where the next green sign is?
I do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. She's very nice. So don't go in the first door, folks. Go in this second door to hell. You got to get a different bell.
Hi, can I help you?
Yes. Do you guys have a FOIA, a request forms?
Right there.
Okay. And then do you guys have a complaint for law enforcement?
No, everything would be on there. We don't have access to the records.
So, okay, so can I have a complaint form to file a complaint with an
You could
officer?
type one out and attach it to that.
So so you guys don't have a complaint form to file a complaint on officers?
Any records that you ask for is
Okay.
stated right on there. What to do is write out specifically what you want, even if it's police involvement, and then we have many days to generate those records.
But if I want to file a complaint on an officer, then I just make my own form? Is what you're telling me? What?
We don't have a format of a form like that, no.
All right, okay,
You're more than a town council meeting.
okay.
Make sure you have everything documented for the council.
Sure. How would I set up a communication with a council member?
You can leave a message here with me, and I will forward on to the appropriate council member.
Sure, I'd like to do that if I could. Could you give me something to
Do
write
you
with?
mind shutting off your phone for me? Because
Well, so are you asking me to leave? Is that where
no,
we're
I'm
at?
just
And take me to jail for the second time.
correct. I don't know if he'll do that, but
So correct.
all you're doing is requesting records.
Okay.
And that's our procedure.
So I'm gonna leave under arrest to accommodate. So I'm gonna go. Well, sure, you were very rude, ma'am, and now you're calling the police, and so this is how you guys do business down here. So it's a camera. So photography is not a crime, ma'am. Okay, so you have a great day. Yes, I've been falsely arrested.
How does that involve me?
So your attitude is very threatening. Day, thank you. I just. So they're gonna call the cops on, and folks, I was very nice. And they see code, they have to have a complaint form. So you folks, I mean, I put them in a low stress environment, and they're still very rude. Very if I'll have contact with a North Liberties. But when I ask for a complaint form on an officer, a separate form, and so they haven't learned anything, folks. They have not gotten it, and so I'm not trying to get arrested right now. I'm just gonna leave under duress and file a lawsuit, a First Amendment violation that they are putting me in an uncomfortable situation to redress my government. Like I don't know what else to do, and so you saw how uncomfortable that situation was. I don't know how uncomfortable it appeared per my camera angle, but I mean, I think everybody understands now. I mean, what you're getting into if you come down here. And so immediately, if you saw the lady in the back, she was calling the police on me. And the lady in front said, well, yes, he's gonna come, beat, shoot, and tase me. So like, I just don't know what to do with this town right now. I mean, I've given them opportunities. The first audit was, very low stress. The second audit, you guys saw that. And then I'm coming here. I have a phone for my protection. And so I hear sirens. So I'm assuming they're gonna shoot and tase me. So here's the sirens, folks. So that's what this is. So all for trying to file a records request. So you guys hang around if you want. I hear or heard sirens. So I give North Liberty a D- so far. I'm not in handcuffs, nor have I had all of my rights violated, just some of my First Amendment. So, maybe they're having a luncheon or something where all the cops are busy at violating other people's rights. But this place needs attention, and it needs to be done in such a manner where it's abundantly clear to me, through my experience in small towns, that they just, they do not understand that photography is not a crime, even though it may make them uncomfortable. If it makes them uncomfortable, then they need to do a different line of work. And then she was trying, to intimidate me into stop recording in a public building. So, it totally baffles my mind. And, I love to talk, but, I'm about freaking speechless upon how I was just treated in there. And so if you guys noticed on the way out, she was laughing at me. I believe that's a treasure in there. And she's laughing at me that somehow my safety is a joke. And then her coworker is calling the police, and yet they're behind at least a good 1.5 inches of bulletproof glass there. And so they're just not going to understand until we have to come back. And this is going to take, I'm just going to be honest with you folks, this is going to take individuals getting arrested probably 4 to 10 more times. Like, they don't understand here. And maybe it's a communication gap of sorts. Maybe I was stuttering, maybe I wasn't speaking English because I'm so tired, but I thought I was very nice, very professional. I thought I was very precise and concise upon what I wanted. And apparently here in North Liberty, that if one asks for a complaint form, then this is what you get. And there is a section, and I believe you guys have to look this up. You guys are better at research than I am, but I'm pretty sure that it is a mandated section or clause in the IC code someplace, because these officers are ILEA certified and they take us state tax dollars, so they're contracted upon the actual state, and so I'm sure there'd have to be provisions. But so, I can't go in the police station because you can't get a hold of anybody. And, I feel like if I even go into the gas station to get a soda, then they'll accuse me of robbing the place because I have a camera. So this is like the 60s to me, folks. This is way back in Mayberry, and they just don't understand that it's 2018 here. And I live in a small town, but this is bleeping ridiculous. They treat anybody who exercises their First Amendment right like they're a criminal. And this has got to stop. I wasn't expecting a huge change, but I was asking for a complaint form, and then, we don't have one, and then we're going to call the police so that we can violate more of your rights. So, short of, all the people that say, I'm lawsuit happy, or I'm a scumbag, or I'm this, or I'm a chicken, or blah, 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 blah. I don't understand what I could have done differently. I was very nice, very respectful, and still got stonewalled to death. So maybe it's not the asker, maybe it's the attempted answer. And so it's like the old adage that I go by, that sometimes when you talk nice to a person and you're kind to them, then that at times you still don't get where you want to go. And I feel that this town, they just don't get it. And I'm about out of words. And if anybody knows me very well, which some of you do at this point, I'll love to talk. I had a conversation for 30 minutes with a 4-year-old about the differences in peas and if frozen peas are better. If I mean, so so I can have a conversation, but you know, I'm just I'm beyond frustrated, and I can't show my frustration here because I can't have an opinion. I can't, you know, raise my voice. I have to be monotone, and then they get to act out of control. They get to, you know, violate my rights, falsely arrest me, and they get to create an environment that is just unbearable. I mean, I don't know how much you ladies and gentlemen saw due to the camera angle. And I was trying to not like shove the camera in their face. I was just trying to have it in my pocket and let's do business. And so that didn't even work. And so at this juncture, folks, so I feel that all the individuals who are for the cause, we need to, you know, do our thing and make this a point of change, and do it in the correct manner. And they don't have any forums online, bro. This is like they're back in the 1940s. And if you guys can find a forum online, you know, I would like that. So if somebody could find me a forum, I would appreciate it. But I told over the phone that they don't have any forums online. Now, I haven't looked, maybe I'm wrong, but a lot of towns and cities don't have forums online for whatever reason. A certain prosecutor's office doesn't have forums online. So anyway, folks, thanks for watching. I'm going to get in the swine mobile and swine off. And if you have any comments or questions, words of wisdom, like in my government teacher, Mr. Colburn, seek your redress.